Yo, Oaks, are we watching the demise of Spotify in real time? Yo, Spotify is on some crazy type of time. I'm gonna keep it a stack bundles with y'all. Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Soso Banks Kotalum Song, the coolest in the city. That's in his city. I mean, officially in every hood and Hollywood. Welcome to Neighbor Studios podcast. I'm your host, Soso Banks. Everyone else calls me Nangam. So shout out to all the ladies in the place with style and grace. You feel me? I'm gonna cut right to the chase, man. So there's a lot going on. So Spotify came out in 2008. Before that, it was only available in the UK, Spain, Germany, Sweden, and like a few other countries. I'm always like taken aback every time I'm reminded that Apple Music came out in 2015. Spotify launched in the US in 2011. Like, I'm a big fan of Apple Music, so I'll compare Spotify to it until we get to the crux of the matter. Why am I a major fan of Apple Music? First of all, they have Dolby Atmos and spatial audio, but you need like the right headphones to get the full experience of, Dolby Atmos and spatial audio. So, but I just love how music sounds already on Apple Music, even when I had an Android, sorry, it was like straight Apple Music. So in 2019, it was reported that like nearly 40,000 songs are added on Spotify's platform every day. Imagine. So that number went from 40,000 to 60,000 in 2021. And that was like stated by Spotify's CEO, the man himself, Daniel Ek. And then earlier this year, Music Business Worldwide reported that 120,000 songs were added per day in the first quarter. That's an insane amount. Like 120,000 songs every day on these platforms. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So like at the end of October, late October, Forbes announced that Spotify will change its royalty model and introduce a new streaming like royalty policy by early 2024. I think that policy, like there's other policies also that are in place, for early 2024. I understand that it's not viable for DSPs to have that influx of songs every single day. It's crazy. Like I think the software itself can't take it, and like the space, like it's way too many songs, dog. Like it's just way too many songs. Like, and I think this policy also, it will affect to some extent, I think in a good way, because of the influx of songs. Like it will, make it more, how can I put it? It will let it work better, if I can put it that way. So, okay, real business now. So when Spotify came out, they had like a 6-month free trial. Apple is still a 3-month free trial since its inception. And then after that, you pay for all the months. That's the first L, in my opinion, 6 months versus 3 months. The second L is that Apple Music is on all Apple devices. Like it comes preloaded on all these devices, your Mac, your iPad, your Apple Watch, like you name it. Spotify is literally fighting for its life. Even when you take Amazon Music, bro, like there's Amazon Prime, there's Amazon, the company itself. Like Spotify is like still fighting for its life. But you know what's crazy is that even though Spotify is a standalone audio streaming subscription service, it's the most popular one at that. So it's the most insane thing. Like it has the most users with 551 million unique users, which is insane when you like, because you think other DSPs would have the upper hand. And then you'd also think Tidal would be the most popular since it pays better than Spotify and Apple Music, and it has better sound quality, apparently. But no, like literally no one uses Tidal. So the sound quality argument that, Tidal is better, they pay better, like it falls flat. I'd like to say it falls flat. So Spotify's new royalty model, so Spotify announced that the threshold for royalties getting paid out will be like 1,000 streams So essentially, for an artist to get paid royalties for a specific track or song, that song must have 1,000 streams or more in a year before payments will be set out for that song. That is crazy. So like if you release an EP, all those songs on that EP must have 1,000 streams. And like those 1,000 streams, it must be every year, like literally every year, that song must have 1,000 more streams, 1,000 more streams, 1,000 more streams. That's crazy. That's how I understand it. And like there are like a few more things that, like let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about Spotify's new payout model. Like I feel like there are 1,000, like 1,000 more things that, how can I put it, that will affect artists in some way, So now, yes, and I get it that, they're trying to, decrease the number of songs that are uploaded on DSPs every day. And also now they're trying to, like, there was this band a few years ago, like years ago rather, that like uploaded an silent album. So they trying to avoid that as well. So what they did was, I don't know how, like, let's say they had like 8 tracks. So tracks had like, they were just like silent and they were like 31 seconds long. So what it does that after 30 seconds, I think it triggers, something there at Spotify whereby I'd call now that's a genuine stream. You get what I'm saying? So those people made about $20,000 on that album. And the way that it did was like, when you play songs on repeat on Apple Music or Spotify, like it doesn't count. So you have to put songs in a playlist. Like if it's that one song, you have to put it in a playlist so that it counts. You know what I'm saying? Like so that artists can generate money from it, So that's what they told people to do. And obviously it's a silent album. People listened to the album on, loud. You know what I'm saying? Like they turned the volume all the way up because it's a silent album. Because like on Spotify, it could also treat, like it also, there's like a system in place where it also can tell that I'd call, this is what you trying to do. Like you trying to buck the system in some type of way, but we got you. So that's what they did. And they got like $20,000 from it. So I feel like when it comes to AI generated songs, stunts like that, that's how it helps low-key. But also that money does not now go to artists. It goes to the bigger artists on Spotify's platform. Like it's insane, bro. Like it's insane. Like this is wrong. It's wrong, Lando. It's wrong. And it's wrong. It's just wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a union is way overdue. Way overdue. So like let me know in the comments what you guys think. And and I feel like also it would then also to some extent like have artists like in a position whereby they making, I don't want to say meaningful songs, but they putting the hours in their craft, like as if they aren't already. They are right now, but this is unfair, man. It's unfair. It's unfair. But May the Lord Watch the Little Brother Story is an amazing documentary. It was written by Yoh Phillips, someone I've been following over the years. So I saw the promo for the documentary from him and I captured and stored it in my brain. And when I eventually watched the documentary itself, I was blown away. Like it's such a dope feeling hearing rappers and producers speak about the records they made. Like these guys were like instrumental in most of the biggest hip hop albums in the history of music and just like music in general. I like how it's not a typical music documentary. Like they animated some parts of the documentary like itself. And I really like how the name Little Brother came about. I remember even in the Clarence Avant documentary, rest in peace, Clarence Avant. Like I think it was him or another dude in the documentary itself that mentioned that like how the name Sussex Records came about, and it was like asked the question of what do people love or want the most, and the answer was success and sex. So that's how Sussex Records came about. That was crazy. Like I was like, that was crazy. But please check out the Little Brother document. Super transparent, reflective. It's a vulnerable, documentary. I think they financed it themselves as well. So that's major. Please check it out. Like it's not your typical music documentary. That's what I love about it. And shout out to all the people that worked on it. It's an amazing project. And then with new music, we got Usimamane with 19th Deluxe. My favorite songs on there Life Lately Part 2, Kibela Sambe featuring Tony Dayimane, Ghost Part 2, and his like most viral song, The Steppers. They are on my 2023 freshman list. Like these guys are gonna have a crazy lit 2024. I won't lie. Like I'm putting it out there now already. Like they really take their craft serious. I love Usimamane and Tony Dayimane on songs together. Like it's so difficult to choose which one had the hardest verse. That's how hard they go. And Tony Dayimane on Woe and Ifilimu, insane. Like Ifilimu is one of my favorite verses this year. And as a rapper, I feel like if you're gonna have Tony or Usimamane on your song, just make sure that that's your best verse. That's the best verse you've ever written in your life. Like that's how I would go about it. And like there's something special going on in Durban, man. Like so shout out to the guys and the ladies in Durban. Like I know Amapiano's also doing something there. They already have Chrome. And then there's a guy called Oxii Moron. I discovered him like sometime last year. It was after he dropped Post Love Clarity, the Deluxe. What a special guy, man. Like he's super talented. He knows how to make good records. Like I love Stuck in My Head, In My Solitude featuring Horrid the Messiah. And then Still Around is his most recent project. New Religion, amazing. Amazing. Like another favorite on there is Nobody Gotta Know. So he's definitely my favorite, like one of my favorite R&B acts right now. Like undeniable talent, I won't lie. And then Cash Cobain and Chow Lee dropped Pretty Girls Love Slizzy. What a year these guys are having. And this beat from Cash, not from YouTube. That's his tag. So I'm sure you've heard that tag on for all the dogs. Listen, man, Cash is crazy. The production, like right from the sample on these projects, like he's insane. And they have like New York on lock. They run the streets of New York right now. Clocking You, Soul Fire, Slizzy Dialogue. Those are my favorite songs on there. And like, listen, every sample is getting cleared. How they do it, I don't know. I kid you not. Every sample is getting cleared. And no one does what Cash does on that level. Like, even Andre 3000 dropped an album. Cash was already there sampling, like, literally immediately. You know, Cash and Chow made New York Times best albums of the year 2022, and someone once said like if it's in the New York Times it's important. So that's how crazy that guys go. What I liked about their Pretty Girls Love Slizzy album rollout is that they had Cash Cobain 6 Kids, so like that was fire. They had a Slizzy spa day for the ladies too, like you can get tattoos, get your nails done and all that stuff. So that was fire. And like to be honest, they have the sexy drill, New York drill sound on lock. I'll even go out on a limb and say he's one of the most influential producers or artists right now. He owns that 60 Joe genre. So shout out to Cash Cobain, Chow Lee, shout out to Glenn Brown, shout out to William Foster. That's the whole team over there. Like they're doing an amazing job. Like in South Africa, like I had a conversation with a lady friend of mine. She's like, yo, I don't like the Joe sound here. I was like, the guys here can't do or they're not that good at the jaw sound. But one person that I'll go and I'll vouch for is a Weaver. He does that sexy jaw right here, like in the country, like no one else does. Like, and I feel like everyone should leave it to him. Like everyone should leave it to a Weaver. Like he like stuck to me Zwakala, and if you know those songs, then that's sexy Joe right there. So shout out Eweaver as well. Like I mentioned it in the previous episode 2. Was it episode 2 or episode 3? I can't remember, but I remember that I mentioned that like no one touches Joe like he does. Like it's phenomenal. shout out to all the ladies in the place with style and grace. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Like, put someone on this podcast, man. Like, if you know there's someone that loves music, put them on, so we can grow this thing. We can grow the neighborhood. More people can move into the neighborhood. Peace.